You running this, Steve, or is Gary?
It's Jerry King. It's Jerry King running it, not me.
Okay, Roger. Okay.
Yeah.
The technical problem with Zoom getting this one started, this meeting.
No, Orvis is not on.
First I broke it, then I fixed it.
Okay, well, that's all right. We'll wait a few minutes here. I talked to Les, and he says he's willing to wait. And so we'll wait for a few minutes more to see if people get your link and get on, and we'll then take it from there.
Okay.
So with that, let's kick this off by saying a very happy anniversary to you and Carol from the class. So happy you're here to celebrate it with us. Beyond that, before we turn it over to you, we have three things we want to do here. I'll start off by turning it over to Andy Horsey in a moment, because as you remember, almost 18 months, almost to the day, we had a Zoom for you just prior to Christmas of 21, where we announced to you two gifts in honor of you and Carol. The first of these entailed a donation to Coast Guard Mutual Assistance on your wedding anniversary each year for 10 years. So today is the second time that we have the opportunity to make a donation, and Andy Horsey is going to do that now. And we also have Rear Admiral Carrie Thomas on the line, who is the CEO of Coast Guard Mutual Assistance, and will accept the gift for that organization. So Andy, take it away.
Gives me great pleasure on behalf of the class of 1965 to present our second installment of $6,500 to Admiral Thomas, the CEO of Coast Guard Mutual Assistance. And I have it here. I don't know if you can see it, but that's my symbolic check. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Andy. And Les and Carol, congratulations. What a legacy to have mentored this amazing group of men from the class of 65, the legacy that you all have left throughout your careers, through your time at the Academy, and then through your continued philanthropic work that you've done in your name, Les, is a true honor to be able to put to use. And I'm so grateful for everything that you all have done and will continue to do for Coast Guard Mutual Assistance. Thank you so much on behalf of all of us.
Thank you, Carrie.
I'd like to thank the Admiral if she's still there. I just wanted to know what a super bunch of people I am, my Carol, who are the class advisors for. They're the ones that puts out this wonderful gift.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Les. Now it's my honor to give you Doug Thiessen, who has the most personal view of our other gift, that was the Les and Carol High alcoves for leadership and mentoring in the brand new Maritime Center of Excellence. Doug has volunteered to give a little update on that. So Doug, I'll pass it over to you.
Thanks, Raj. Can everybody hear me okay?
I can hear you fine as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Well, I got to tell you, the MCOE, and I was witness to it. I was there on campus for the occasion of Admiral Bill Kelly's retirement about a week ago. It was held on the lower field, on the Nichman Field in the evening. The MCOE is a standout unless you and Carol have a marquee presence, literally, in the form of your names on the wall in big letters on not just one wall, but two walls of the alcoves that flank the very dramatic entrance to that building. Architecturally, the building is a gem. Functionally, the building works better than I think anybody expected. You're drawn into the alcoves, and I think with all the work that Bill and his team have done, and Andy and crew, the vignettes are going to be very impactful.
Okay, great. Well, maybe we could have, is Bill Carr there? Could he say a few words about the vignettes?
Over the last month, have received some 28 vignettes, and looking forward to possibly getting a vignette from the commandant. But we're going to be in good shape for the formal opening here on the 27th of July. Bob Luckritz has helped us put together a brochure. We've got 4 or 5 classmates that are going to be hosts at the July 27th formal opening. And we're looking forward to continuing the work, ultimately getting sponsorship from the Institute for Leadership. Things seem to be working quite nicely.
That's great. That's just lesson. Just, we're gonna make a comment now and then. Thank you very much, Bill. That was wonderful.
Okay, thanks much, Bill, for jumping in there without any notice. I knew you'd be able to handle that well. Just one more thing we have to do here before we open it up to you, Les. We have something which is long overdue, and that is an expression of our deep appreciation to the unsung heroes of our relations with Les and Carol. And they are named Steve, Mary, Greg, Jeff, and Susie. And to make this presentation, I've asked Darby Cohen to do it because I'll digress for a minute. Many of you may remember that when Les retired from the Coast Guard, he went out and got himself a law degree. And when he finished his law degree, he took a job in the Darby Mac Cohen law firm. And so that makes Darby in a unique position of being the sole member of the class to ever be Les's boss.
That's really
We're
good.
gonna have to scoot in a little bit more.
So letters that will be presented to each one of the high offspring in appreciation from the class. Orvis, if you're on there, could you do the reading?
5 June 2023. Dear Stephen, Jeff, Greg, Mary, and Susie, the spouses and members of the United States Coast Guard Academy class of 1965 sincerely thank all the children of Les and Carol High for graciously sharing their mom and dad with us since 1961. From the moment we invited Les to be our class advisor, he began teaching us the character attributes of integrity, a thirst for learning the right way, and a disciplined alignment of personal and Coast Guard mission-driven priorities. Your father's personal behavior, supported by your faithful and dedicated mother, provided a blueprint of character that our class endeavored to model. Our learning from them continues to this day. We trust that we have passed along to others some of what we've learned from them. Certainly, they continue to live in and through you, and what they have instilled in our class continues to direct and validate our lives and those whom we touch. Given Les and Carol's abundant love for all, we are hopeful that time spent with us did not detract from your special time with them. On behalf of the class of 1965, Roger Roof, President, Class of 65, United States Coast Guard Academy.
That was great. That is absolutely great. Thank you.
I have copies of the letters, the originals of the letters. We have here with Les, Mary and Greg, and I will give them theirs directly. I don't know if you guys can see this, but and I'm going to give Les the ones that are going to go to the people that aren't here.
Okay.
So if we can crowd in,
It's great. You can
Mary,
hold one up. Oh, thank
that
you.
one is for you.
Just so folks can see. This is what it looks like. Thank you.
Greg, this one's for you.
Thank you very much, guys.
It's beautiful.
And I want everybody to know that up in the upper right-hand corner, of course, is the class side of our ring, which is very close to me, since I helped you design it. Les, these are the three for the kids that aren't here.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Darby, thank you very much. That's wonderful. That is wonderful.
When I was talking with Darby about him being the guy we wanted to deliver these letters, he said to me, you know, it was really great the year or so that Les and I worked together in the law firm, but he said it became immediately apparent to me that Les felt that his time was better spent with Carol than it was working in my law firm. And so he didn't stay at it very long. He went back to his house and spent the rest of his life with Carol. That's certainly a great example of a loving relationship that we all have tried to emulate.
Thank you very much, Roger. It's absolutely true. I love it. I love it.
I'm done talking. Now it's up to you. And I think Jerry's going to manage this so that anyone who wants to make a comment or talk to you can be recognized, and you'll see them alone on the screen.
Could I have it just a minute before we turn it over to Jerry and we do the talking with the class? I just want to thank the class. Now, here is a perfect example of why the class is so meaningful to Carol and me. You guys just stay at stuff, and do you get it? Like it's just like we want it. So you just seem to take care of Carol and me all the time. About the two gifts you gave us a year and a half ago. I want the people to know that because I want them to know the nature of the class that we've been class advisors for. I want to thank you very much for this Zoom session. So thank you very much, Roger. Okay.
Just very quickly to jump on the back of these letters to the children of Les and Carol. I'll tell you, we've got a dozen and a half classmates have been very involved in this alcove project in the MCOE. And the absolute backbone of this project has been Greg and Jeff. Without your involvement, we wouldn't be 1/10 of where we are today. So just a special thank you to both Greg and Jeff for the work that we've done together for me.
Thanks, Bill. Thank you. They're a couple of special guys to me too, you know. Now, are we going to go to Jerry now, Roger?
Yes, and I think Dick Manning was going to be first up.
Okay.
As it should be. And
All right, Dick.
77 years ago, Les High became the luckiest man in the world when he married his Carol. And 60 plus years ago, we became the luckiest class in the history of the Coast Guard Academy when we selected Les to be our class advisor. In all those years, I cannot begin to count all the gifts he's made to us, the annual letters, the class list, but mostly his mentorship and his leadership. So Les, we love you. You've been great. And thank you and Carol for everything.
Thanks. They're getting wonderful. You're getting to me here. I'm having a little trouble for words here. Yeah. So thank you very much. As the class knows, this has been a wonderful, wonderful thing for Carol and me, and we made our life very full. So thank you for picking us as class advisors and then putting up with us for 60 years, even though other class advisors only did it for 4 years. Our relationship is better than theirs. I loved what we did, so thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Dick. Thank you for those nice comments too. Yes.
And Les, this is Doug. When I was in conversation with Bob McKenna, he's a member of the class of '89 and one of the leaders of the MCOE project, and his classmate John Heller, who heads up the Institute for Leadership at the Academy. So a couple of key players in this whole project. I told them the story of the class of '65 and Les and Carol High. When I mentioned the letters every year, they looked at each other in amazement and said, "We never heard from our class advisor since the day of graduation." But I got to tell you that the rewards and the joys of that relationship that began in the fall of 1961 continue to this moment in the form of the interaction among every one of us you see here on the screen, and the team of guys that have assembled around this latest project, the relationships and the connectivity that you and Carol fostered sustained to this day. And I just want to say what great fun it has been to be still in touch with and still in harness with so many of the classmates. Thank you, Les.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's been such a wonderful thing for Carol and me, and when we know that the class has enjoyed much of it like we have, that makes it well worth any effort we did. So I love writing your letters every year. I'm glad that we are impressing other classes and we are still together after 62 years come this July. That's amazing. And thank you very much, Doug. That was nice of you. And I'm glad that there are other people in the leadership of part of the training at the academy that are aware that we are a special group, the class of 65 and their class advisors, and the wives, of course. The wives make all of this work. That's what made my wife Carol made me successful in anything I did. So thank you very much, Doug. That was wonderful. Thank you.
Hey, Les, can you see us here in San Antonio?
I can see you. Yes, I can,
Right.
Ken.
You sure can hear me. I know that.
Hi, Jerry. Good to see you, baby.
Hi.
Okay.
Nice to see you too.
Just a reflection on the day. I think of the leadership and the mentoring that we've learned from, but also the an attribute I believe we learned was the giving back from you. To teach not only to look to take what we could from you, but to give that back to others. And this is a class I think I'm very proud of us. And on our 40th anniversary, we made a marine science endowment to the academy. On our 50th, we made an endowment for the Center for Arctic Studies and Policy. And now with this year, we made a grant to the mutual assistance in your name and Carol's name for 10 years to benefit the men and women of the Coast Guard, as well as Doug's talk about the ALCOs and the Maritime Center of Excellence. So this class has stayed together. I would argue has made a significant contribution back to the Coast Guard for all the things that we learned from the Academy and from you, and in ways that will continue to benefit the Coast Guard long after we are perhaps not as meaningful in our own individual participation. So you've inspired us to do good, and we've tried to do that on your behalf. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much, Kent. Yeah, you certainly have done that. And of course, I'm so proud of the class, as you guys have heard me say over and over and over again. I don't have a button left on any of my posts. They've been popping off for the achievements. Every time I turn around, another one of you guys or gals did something significant. And that applies to the gals too. So thank you very much to the class.
Lloyd?
Yeah, thanks, Jerry. Just building on some of the comments that have already been made. I mean, as Doug indicated, even to this moment, your investment and Carol's investment in our bonding and the enrichment of our lives is something that continues on, and we have an opportunity to move that forward through our link in the chain, as well as all the classes before us and after us that will take advantage of learning from the ALCOs. The class of 2015 is on board with a few vignettes already, and their class advisors contributed one that's in the work in process. So we have an opportunity to leverage our own appreciation and the asset that we've been accumulating to our linked class, and hopefully continue to cultivate that as part of the sustainability of the life force, actually, that has become part of our lives. So we thank you for that, and it'll continue, God willing, long after we're gone.
Thank you, Lloyd. Good to see you, Barbara. Thank you.
Nice to see you. Nice
Okay.
to see you.
Thank you
All
for
of you.
your nice comments, Lloyd. That was wonderful. Thank you very much.
Horace?
Yes, thanks, Jerry. Les, I think the theme here, as I think about it, is family. And I'm reflecting on the fact that Susie was born the 7th of July, and there you were, a family man with a new baby, and then the class asked you to be a class advisor. I try to put myself in that position, and I think you could have said, no, I got a family, I got a new baby, and maybe some others would have felt the same way, but you didn't. And it's a credit to you and the fact that we feel as a family. We are a family, and it's a lot due to you. And lastly, I just want to remind you that in all the files you have of our class, the cabinets, the folders, and everything, make sure you don't have any classified material in it.
Okay, Orvis, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your nice comments. Howie, are you there?
I just want to echo what everyone else has said, how important you are in our lives and how you've kept up with us over the years. And not only from our military careers, but our families and our lives in general. And it's unique among people I've known in my entire life. We're so appreciative of that. When I found out I couldn't get on Zoom at 5 o'clock, at 4 o'clock Eastern time, I was furious because I thought it was my problem. But I'm glad to see we all got together, not at the numbers that we had originally hoped for, but at least 17 or so of us were able to express our appreciation to you again for all that you've done for us. So thank you again.
Thank you, Howie. Good to see you, Vala.
Hi,
Yeah, you
Les. How are you?
Good to see you, baby.
Good to see you too.
I'm not supposed to call you baby, but that's all right.
That's fine. Okay.
I'm old. I have license to do that sort of thing. Okay.
Don't worry, no worries. It's good to see
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for your comments, Howie.
You're more than welcome, Les.
I think we're ready, back to Jerry, I guess.
I have my 2 cents. So I've been the class advisor correspondent. I mean, I'm the correspondent. I've been the correspondent for about 2.5 years. I kind of lost connection with Les and the class. Well, not with Les, because Les always tracks you down. But anyway, the last 2.5 years has just been a real pleasure and to reconnect to Les and to everybody in the class. So anyway, it's been a real treat, and got another couple of years to go, and I'm looking forward to staying in touch with everybody, and Les, especially with you. Thanks for all the connections.
Thanks for your comment, Jerry. That was very nice of you. I haven't got anything more to say. I thought that Mac was just surprising me today, but he was really surprising me today with these wonderful letters you put out for my family. I really appreciate that because they are pretty special to Carol and me, as you well know. And here the other special group, this class of 65, is acknowledging how great my kids are. So thank you very much, guys. That was a wonderful, wonderful thing for you to do. And, you know, you just, another case where you just make Les High happier and happier and happier. That's why I'm called Happy Hig. Thank you.
But thank you, Les, and it's been great. And we'll do this again sometime in the not too distant future.
And
Okay.
thanks again for all of us kids. We really appreciate your thinking about us today on the special day for Dad. We hit the jackpot with this, Father.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Les. Have a great day. Have a
Okay,
great
we'll
day.
see you.
God
Bye-bye.
bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. I'm not gonna go until that goes down.
You're not going anywhere until Mary turns you off.
Okay, okay, I think we've had it, Jerry.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye, Les.
let you know.
See you. Thanks for all your work, son.
Thank you, Les. Take care.
And don't worry about a little problem at the beginning. I loved what happened today. Let me let you know, okay?
Thanks, Les. Bye-bye.
All right. Happy anniversary, Dad.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was pretty good,
There
wasn't
we go.
it? Even after it got a slow start, I thought it was.
It worked great.
Oh, yeah.
It worked great.
Fantastic.